Welcome to the Terrible Take, a daily segment telling Steelers Nation what's on our mind. I'm Ross McCorkle. The idea of trading up in the 2026 draft should intrigue the Pittsburgh Steelers, if for no other reason than they can't possibly make all 12 of their current draft selections. The two options, if they aren't going to make those 12, would be trading up, maybe multiple times, or trading back. And trading back would, of course, be trading 2026 picks in exchange for 2027. They're not going to trade back and load up and make 13 or 14 picks in 2026. So, if you explore the trade up angle, it seems like there are going to be many options if the Steelers want to move up. It's just a matter of how high they want to go. Our Dave Bryan has outlined a pretty realistic scenario where the Steelers trade up with the Dallas Cowboys in a trade involving Patrick Queen, somebody they have reportedly shown interest in throughout this offseason. And yes, that could be one of the options. But right now, all the reporting indicates that there are many teams, looking to move down that are in the top 10 picks. Albert Breer from SportsIllustrated.com outlined 5 teams that are, quote, already looking to trade down. The teams that he highlighted were picks 3 through 7. That being the Cardinals, Titans, Giants, Browns, and Commanders. You typically don't trade up that high unless you're talking about an offensive tackle, a quarterback, an edge rusher. Those are the premium positions that are worth trading up that high for. Keep in mind, the Steelers are currently at number 21. Moving up to pick 3 is quite a large move and would be expensive. Even pick 7, kind of the same story, though to a slightly lesser degree. Listen, it's going to be expensive this year, and in most years it would be very expensive, but this year might be slightly different. Why? Well, it's a simple supply and demand equation. If there are 5 teams already looking to move down, and probably more that Breer didn't even touch on, then there might be more supply of top 10 picks than there is demand. So if the Steelers wanted to negotiate with 3 different teams to find the best deal possible, they could potentially do that. So who would they move up for if they were moving up that high? Well, Spencer Fano is somebody they just brought in, an offensive tackle from Utah. I don't know that the Steelers would make him their 3rd offensive tackle drafted in the last 4 drafts, and the second one that they traded up for to do so, but that is an option. Could they also be after one of those premier Ohio State talents? They sent assistant general manager Andy Weidel to the Ohio State Pro Day. He's in charge of setting the big board. Maybe they have a super high grade on linebacker Sonny Styles, safety Caleb Downs, wide receiver Carnell Tate. It's very rare that Pittsburgh has access to blue chip talents, and if this year might be slightly cheaper to move up than others, and the Steelers already have an oversupply of draft picks to work with, then maybe this is the year that they pull the trigger and make an aggressive move, get one of those blue chip talents that they almost never have the opportunity to draft. If nothing else, it's something worth heavily considering and maybe factoring into your last mock drafts as the clock ticks down to the final 10 days before the draft begins. Be sure to follow our work at SteelersDepot.com. Check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with Dave Bryan and Alex Kozora every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.